Hello, gentle viewers. This is Indian, welcoming you to a new episode of Fronthouse Football 8. I'm going to explain what happened because you'll be a little bit confused. I went ahead and made the roster changes between episodes, but only because I started getting calls from spammers, and I have VoIP on my computer. And I didn't give myself enough time to actually cut out the phone number part so that you couldn't see who was calling me, or more importantly, my own phone number. Not that I don't like you guys, but I've never met you before. So, we're in the transaction log, which I just now found, so we can see what I've actually done thus far. Okay. These are the different stages. Suspended for off-field conduct. And here's a renovation vote failing. And then here were our cuts. We had to make some cuts to fit in. Most notably was Kerry Wynn. I really kind of wanted Kerry Wynn to stay. Of all the people we cut, he's the one I think we'll regret the most. But the others... We're at a weird stage in our development where average isn't good enough anymore. In the past, average might have even been a starter for us. But right now, it's not good enough. And we have to be very discerning about who we keep and who we don't, which brings us to the unpleasant topic of Baker Mayfield. This season, at least the first 5 or 6 games, are going to be about us watching its development very, very closely, with admittedly a very weak offensive line. Donald Clemens is an amazing center now, but we lost our right guard because of the suspension, and our current right guard is kind of shit. So there's a couple options. First of all, we can take a very quick peek and see what's available on the free agent market at the guard position. I don't expect there to be much. And there's not. Jorge Tubbs is a great has great blocking strength, but his technique is kind of meh. Can't pass block. Can't pass block. Hey, look. Can't pass block. Can pass block, can't run block. So you can, as you can see here, any upgrade to the guard position will have to be made via trade. Ooh, Nick Heinrichsen. Nope, I'm getting sucked into it again. He's got shitty endurance. No. No, no, no. 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 Anyway. So the Baker Mayfield problem is, before we can commit significant quantities of cash to keep him, we have to know that he's worth keeping. And that may sound kind of obvious, and maybe it is kind of obvious. But nonetheless, that is our primary concern. Because he wants a lot of money. And he is not going to be cheap. Just to show you, negotiate salary, he basically wants millions of dollars. And I don't know that he's worth it, but I also don't know that he's not. So we're going to have to unfortunately judge him based on a fairly small sample size. Because if we're not going to keep him, I want to trade him while we can still get something for him. And that's where we're at right now. We also have several other contract decisions to make over the course of this year. We have a lot of people whose contracts are coming up. And it's not clear right now who of them needs to be kept and who of them needs to leave. Duke Johnson wasn't really productive last year. And so even though his salary demands are relatively modest, we still have to ask ourselves, is it worth bringing him back? We've got a lot of useful role players here, including 2 of our receivers. I wouldn't mind bringing Kearse back, but we're at the point where Kearse is only good for 3rd down. And for, occasional clutch catches, but He's going to drop the ball a lot. He had a really bad year last year. He just didn't get playing time. So that's an issue. The only one I would probably keep no matter what is Njoku. And possibly Trevon Coley. But even those aren't guarantees. Coley's a good run defender with some good pass rush strength. This is his first year as a starting tackle, and so I think we will make a decision about him later on in the season. But the big deal is going to be Baker Mayfield. So I think without any further ado, we open the season against Pittsburgh, and we are favored to win. We've got the better quarterback, the better O-line, the better D-line. Most of the rest is the push. So let's see how the week goes. And we did indeed claim our first victory. 4 passing touchdowns from Baker Mayfield. And a field goal. Okay. If Baker Mayfield can provide this kind of performance every week, no question he's getting re-signed. Rashad Higgins was his favorite target, but he spread the ball around very nicely. A few catches for Kears and Callaway. Lots of throws for everyone. This number isn't great, but it's not Baker Mayfield's fault necessarily. A fumble for Baker Mayfield and for Cooper Fulker. But, you know, we did force a couple of fumbles too. He did shank a field goal. A sack for Wade Ayersman, our rookie superstar. And some blocked passes. This is not great defensive pressure. This is tremendous defensive pressure. Damn you, Andrew Yancey. Every year, I expect you to be able to hold up your end of the bargain, and every year you can't. That is vaguely troublesome, but whatever. Okay, Jabril Peppers is back. Is Jabril Peppers still the best safety on the team? No, actually. Oh, but he's been so good in the past. Let's get these two open side by side. Peppers is a worse run defender by quite a bit. Hazam is a run defender and nothing else, though. I think we go ahead and start Peppers for right now. And I know we just paid him a bunch of money, but I'm going to go ahead and make Janoris Jenkins inactive. It's weird, right? But I think it is the best fit for this team. I like that they're using both safeties, actually. I think that's a smart play. Alright. Everett has a bad cold. There's no rush to get him back, in my opinion. Engle's playing already, I think. Yeah, he is. Same with Levante David. Okay. And then we have the punter issue, which is which punter do we go for? Do we get Pat O'Donnell back in the game or what? I'm not that fussed about it right now. We were playing Minnesota, and this is basically an even match. We rung up another victory. Okay, only 183 passing yards, but no interceptions. Only 1 sack this time. And he threw 1 touchdown pass. A decent running game from Duke Johnson. Again, spreading the ball around pretty effectively. 2 picks, including the middle linebacker. A forced fumble by Nick Perry. 3 for 3 on field goals. Another amazing game for Nick Perry. 2 sacks for Myles Garrett. Lamont got some hurries. Coley got some hurries. A pass defensed by Perry. Batonio allowed the sack. I can't really blame Yancey for that. All right. People getting healthier. That's great. Next week. Oh, wow. We got obliterated by Houston. Still no interceptions. Not a great completion rate, but an okay one. Okay, this was, let's force the ball to Callaway, who clearly wasn't up to the task. Everyone fumbled the ball a bunch. A good pass rush day, in all honesty. But yeah, we just got beat by the better team. Any fresh injuries? No. Okay. Did I seriously get a week 4 bye? I hate getting early buys. Let's see, that's under what? Reports? Schedules. Yep, our bye was in week 4. That is so terrible. Oh, I hate that. I hate that so much. Whatever. It's fine. Who do we play in week 5? Denver. Did we win? I think we did. No, we did not. An interception. Come on, Baker. You can't be doing that shit. Otherwise, another good game. Yeah, I think Baker recognized that Callaway is not trustworthy. Okay, who got the pick? That'll be a good hint to us. Interceptions. A safety got it. Looks like he was taken down right after he grabbed it, so that could have been a tipped pass. A half sack, full sack, half sack. Another great day for Ayersman. Very good pass rushing numbers. But again, we're allowing sacks, and that's not great. There's the Vegas Raiders. What are we going to do against him? We got beat again. Come on. 2 interceptions. Baker, this can't keep happening. You are playing for your job. And okay, a pick by an end is probably not his fault. But still. Baker, you got to make better decisions. You've got to make better decisions. The line held for you this time. And you still couldn't get it done. Chubb will be back in not too long. Diamond in the rough. What the hell is that for? I don't know. Ooh, a fumble return. Nice. Okay, 3 touchdown passes. But again, a bloody interception. It's probably fair to say that Baker Mayfield is held back by receivers that aren't that great. I get it. And it's almost impossible to argue, hey, good play by Derek Kindred. 4 forced fumbles. We were just murder on them. How many turnovers was that in total? They fumbled 4 times and lost it twice. And how many interceptions did we get? Just the 1. That's all right, though. 8 more tackles for Ayersman. Another great game for Perry. Garrett getting a sack. Pick for Derek Kindred. 2 sacks are allowed by Batonio. He might just be aging. All right, it's time to fish or cut bait. Do we sign Baker Mayfield to a new contract? He currently has 11 touchdowns and 4 interceptions on the year. This would be the best year of his career so far, based on 6 games. He won't even talk to me right now. Can I not sign anyone else to a longer deal? Or is that just a rule for him? That might just be a rule for him. Oh, shit. Well, so then the question becomes, do we trade Baker Mayfield? And I think the answer is pretty clear that we don't. I don't think we can trade him because I'm not confident. I am not at all confident that we're going to find a better quarterback than him. We ride or die with Baker this year. And then maybe next year we talk about... really? What is it about Kansas City that just destroys us every year? I know Patrick Mahomes is real good and all, but shit. Actually, Baker was better, arguably. I really hope this doesn't bite us in the ass, though, the fact that we didn't sign him earlier. I would be very sad if we didn't get a chance to re-sign him. Baltimore beat us by 1 frickin' point? Oh, come on, defense. Why did you completely disintegrate? And we threw 3 picks. I'm getting real sick and tired of seeing all these interceptions that he keeps piling up. one of those picks was for a touchdown. We would have won the game if he showed a little bit better patience. But hey, we beat Pittsburgh. That's something. Only one pick. 3 more touchdowns. I'll be honest. Baker Mayfield's having a real good year. He seems to get these interceptions under control. But then we get beat by Cincinnati. Because, Baker, please stop throwing interceptions. Just stop. This is getting ridiculous. I want you to not throw interceptions in a game. I don't even care if you lose at this point. I'm sick and tired of you throwing interceptions. Because you're going to basically rely on perfection from other parts of the offense, especially when we can't run the ball. Yeah, we beat the Bears. Still threw an interception, though, because he wouldn't be Baker Mayfield if he didn't. Okay, so we lost Lytle for 3 weeks. Let's activate Everett, and then let's let the defensive coordinator rebuild. The defense. Are we even in playoff position? Is there even a chance? There's always a chance because the AFC North tends to be a very even play. Yeah, I mean, Cincinnati's hard, or Baltimore's hardly running away with the division. So yeah, there's definitely a chance. It's just not a great chance. And we beat Buffalo. That's not nothing. Again, though, we win pretty consistent. Oh my god, another interception. Baker, why? Oh, this actually wasn't Baker's fault. Did Baker Mayfield get fucking hurt again? It looks like they maybe just had to take him out of the game. And if that's the case, kudos Gabriel Reynolds. I wouldn't call Josh Allen game MVP, but there's not really another option. I can see why you didn't. Who's too injured to play? Oh boy, my starting right tackle and a left cornerback. I don't need those things. Alright, well, Ratliff is going on injured reserve. And I can very easily just activate a new cornerback. Probably Jenkins. Let's try to find a decent offensive tackle. Your endurance isn't great. I know beggars can't be choosers. I'm gonna try you. Oh, you think he'll be a distraction? Why, is he kind of an asshole? Maybe. Kendall Robbins is a good pass blocker, but not a good run blocker, and he's going to take a while before he even becomes a good pass blocker. I mean, we just take Bobby Massey. I know he's not exceptional. But we need a right tackle. I think maybe we start Devin Stoffers. I think that might be the interesting call, and just give him some practice at right tackle and see how he handles it. Confirm. And then defensive personnel, the AI can go ahead and fill out for us. And Detroit beat us. Is it because Baker Mayfield threw interceptions? It is not. Baker Mayfield got the job done more or less. A bunch more turnovers. Why do we keep fumbling the ball so much? I don't know, guys. And now we just lost Chubb. And my starting left tackle, because this game doesn't want me to have nice things. I think that's pretty clear at this point. Alright, you're gone. Chubb is on injured reserve. So we can activate Fernando Edwards. He can fill in as the number 2 running back, but we still need a new tackle once a fucking again. Fuck it. Let's at least take someone who's got some upside. That's right. You keep calling him a distraction. How about James Morris? Yes. And he's got extreme seasonal rust, which is even better. No, I actually want Stoffers to play right tackle. Oh, no, I don't. I definitely want Massey playing right tackle. He's actually competent. And Baltimore just raffle stomped us. I think this is another wasted season. Oh, we beat Green Bay. And then I think we just go ahead. Because, look, I don't think we make the playoffs this year. No, I needed schedules this time. No, I didn't. I needed standings. Alright. Yeah, we don't make the playoffs. I think we're already gone. Because even if we beat Baltimore, we would then leapfrog Baltimore in the standings, but Cincinnati would still be on top. And there's nothing I can do to unseat Cincinnati. Oh, no, I'm playing Cincinnati. Still doesn't matter. Because we both finished the year 8-8, but they'd have a much better conference record. Unless... Did I beat Cincinnati when I played them earlier? I think they won. Yeah, they beat me. So... They get in the playoffs no matter what. Let's get it over with. Seriously, I don't care. Who the hell is too injured to compete now? Oh, Grauer. You know what? Just deal with it. I can't be bothered right now. And we still got beat by Cincinnati. But no picks for Baker. That's something. That's something. All right. Chicago and the Jets in the Super Bowl, and a Super Bowl victory for Chicago. Let us indeed look at the statistics this year, because I would dearly like to know how we did. Okay, the good. Baker Mayfield posted a much better year than he had in 2020. This is a nice bounce back year. He played a full year. The interceptions remain a problem. But he's getting good yardage. He's just not getting a good completion percentage. And I think we really need to get more pass catchers for him if he comes back, which he may not. Running the ball, neither rusher was particularly exciting. This is the other area we need definite improvement in. We had 4 legit receivers this year, which I was pleased to see. But also we had significant numbers of drops. Just bears repeating, we need solid pass catchers. Returns, don't care. Kicking, could have been better. Defense. Hi, Wade Ayersman. Hello, Nick Perry. Hello, Derek Kindred. Our defense was arguably better this year than it's been in a while. Ayersman is probably the best first-round pick I've ever made. I think it's hard to argue that he's not. Pass coverage, a good year. Blocking, Batonio is aging too much. He can't pass block anymore, and we don't have great other people. Oh God, next year's going to be painful. It's going to be real painful. Let's end the season. So let's go ahead and check on the, now that I know where to find it, the transaction log. It's under players. Did any Browns retire? Yes, Sam Koch, our punter, did. Okay, and I don't care. Oh, let's look at the season awards. That'll be fun. Caleb Everett. This little shit got 5 sacks. No, my guy should have been Rookie of the Year. I'm very salty about that. And I didn't get any Pro Bowls. It's whatever. I'm not convinced that we deserved it. Look at the year Derek Carr had. My word. My word. Okay. Right. Next episode, we're going to go ahead and be playing... we're going to go ahead and go into the draft. I'm a bit flummoxed as to what we can do to improve this team. It seems like we can't get over the hump because every time we find a couple of quality players, we get injuries or something like that. I'll be honest. We were fucked over by that suspension to Kevin Zeitler. That was really not cool. And I get that they happen in the real NFL, and I appreciate the level of realism that front office football is trying to achieve. But That should be an email. You should not be hiding that from me. I need to know that players aren't available, or I would have made an attempt to get a new guard and free agency. And a bunch of people don't want to talk to me. That's awesome. I will probably end up franchising Baker Mayfield, but we'll see what happens. Until then, this has been Avindian. Thank you for watching. And until next time, I bid you good day.